This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Morning.
We had a few big guests on today. Wil Anderson joined us.
Oh, that was great. No, he's great. He tells us about his haircut that he's had for a long, long time. 17 seasons on Graw.
Yeah, I know, it's impressive, isn't it?
So we explore Sean's love as well for men.
And we do that with the object of one of those loves, which is Matthew Pavlich.
And then we make him talk about his love of men.
What else do we do? Oh, Jordan Clark joins us from the Fremantle Dockers.
Yep, you'll hear me say hurricane a lot. And when you hear that, you're going to want to check out our socials too, because you can see why I was saying hurricane a lot.
Plus, are you somebody who gets guided by woo-woo?
Woo-woos.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean on Nova 937.
It's 6:04, Nathan, Nat and Sean. Morning, friends.
Hey, good to be here, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
We got Wil Anderson on the show a little later this morning.
Oh,
He's so
Bit of
good,
fun.
Will.
Oh, okay, Sean. Lay off. Lay off.
I'm in love with him.
Yeah.
At last you can tell the world.
No, you're in love with Jack Robinson.
I know. I was asking
No.
out
Out of your boyfriends, it's Jack Robinson.
Jack Robinson,
It's Chris Hemsworth, and I do think you would lay with Chris before you would lay with Jack. No, you would, because you like Chris's strong arms.
Well, I do. I do think we're going to be best friends at some stage.
Boyfriend? It's not a boyfriend, but you would like to have the night with Damien Oliver.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I spent heaps of times with DL.
I know, but you would like a night with him. It's like a little spinner, you called him.
When I told you that, it was off air. You know, not to be discussed on the radio.
I do want me to carry it off there and put it on there.
Right, okay. Well, who's in your top three?
I said it's the saddest thing, go I'm a gay guy, I have none.
Hence, I'm single. Natalie, who's your top three?
Well,
Are you a Chris Hemsworth fan? You're not, are you?
We all are.
I would.
I'll put this on there.
Like if he comes a calling.
You're not going to knock him back.
Yeah, Natalie's going to go hunting.
Who's your number one, do you think?
Who's my number one?
Somebody like Bradley Cooper, I reckon.
Oh, he's handsome cat.
Oh, yeah.
Today?
Got the fresh
And you know why?
Gigi Hadid.
It's because he can speak French as well.
Oh, yeah.
Bradley Cooper speaking French, Google it. It is the sexiest thing you will ever witness.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Makes you melt.
Yeah.
If you met him just on the occasion somewhere,
Yeah.
and then maybe you were at the French patisserie up the road,
Yeah.
and he starts
At
speaking,
Jean-Claude's.
would you just melt to the ground?
Yes.
While getting
Yes, I would.
a curry chicken panini.
Yeah. And a croissant.
It's always a curry chicken panini, isn't it?
We'd always get a curry chicken panini, not animals.
Matthew Pavlich and Jordan Clark.
Where's the best Pav on you?
We're
Oh, he's
going,
up there.
we're going double docker.
Yeah.
If it was a docker, Sean, if you had to take one of the dockers as a lover, you have to. Like,
What, past or present?
you know what?
Wait.
Open slather. Which docker would you take as a lover?
It's
knowing
Clive,
their
isn't it?
personality, knowing your attraction to them?
McManus on Clive, it's too much the same, isn't it? It's a bit the same.
Yeah.
But that's you know how narcissists are attracted to people that look like themselves.
You know, Sean.
In that case.
Because for the first time, Sean made love to the mirror for a while there. I mean, honestly, who would it be? Because you know them. You know if they're good guys, you know if they're going to give you the life you deserve.
Oh, no, Pav would give me the life I deserve.
Pav would give you the life, and he's got very thick thighs.
And a tender lover.
Pav would be a tender lover.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I live close to an Aldi.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
you
it's
barely
a new
mentioned it. You
obsession.
barely
Well,
mentioned it.
Over my time off, my neighbour Marnie came and grabbed me one night in a panic and said, "Come with me. We're going to Aldi. I'm going to teach you how to shop there."
Wow.
I'm going to also,
in a panic, she did that.
No, it was, Natalie. It was like you need to be ready in 5 minutes. It was like an emergency.
When we first started discussing Aldi, you weren't open to that.
Well, I need to be able to trust that the thing I fall in love with will always be there.
That's right. Yeah.
And I find sometimes with their delicious things that there is a bait and switch
Do
situation.
you have a fear of abandonment?
Put it this way, at the moment I know a lot of people at the shop at Aldi love the potato gratins. Gratin. And I said, Marnie goes, "You're going to love these." And I said to Marnie, "But this is my fear, Marnie. I'm going to open this box, put it in the oven. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna love it, and then it'll never be available again." And guess what? It has not been available since I tried it.
Yeah, no,
And
we've
it's
got
empty on all the shelves, and that's my fault.
We've gone through like cartons of that stuff because they come in fours.
Sean, they're amazing, and you have two, and then you think, oh well, the other two is right there. So we eat a whole box of it.
Yeah.
So this isn't about the food though. Marnie wanted to show me that there's always something for you at the special buys.
Yes, like
right?
trumpets or
To the point, Natalie.
Elephant
where
taming
it's
gear.
psychically connected to you. Like, literally.
Everything's connected to you. You got the Morris link to anything that's
I
on
want
sale.
everything?
Yes.
No.
Because Brian, I can imagine Brian in there.
Oh, yeah. I picked some
need
stuff
that.
up for
I want
Dad.
3 of those.
I got something for myself, and Dad goes, I need it. So,
Yeah, of course.
So anyway, I'm in my building phase, and then I was looking for. I was using the 2 back of chairs to put a bit of wood over there, and then work on that, which is also dangerous. And I'm running 2 chairs, and I was thinking, I thought in my head, didn't say that loud, didn't Google it. I need some like trestle. Sort of, I don't know.
You need a sawhorse.
Like a trestle thing, so I can put the things on top.
Right?
Anyway,
sawhorse once.
Lo and behold, the latest special buys, $29. They were there. I know, and they've never been there before.
Psychic.
So, this is the other thing I was walking around.
Well, why don't we put it to the test? Why don't you come up with something now?
No, because the thing is, you can't. I do. I've got several things in my head, Nat, that I'm now waiting for Wednesday's drop to see if they're going to be in there. I should write them on a bit of paper.
Yeah.
Like the magicians do, and then reveal it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is another thing that was in the specials buy, and it was $8, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll get these, and I'll show you what they are. Here, Nat.
I know exactly what they are.
Natalie, don't you speak?
Sure.
First,
I think I know what Sean uses it for.
Nat. So this is look. It looks like it's made out of terry toweling.
Yeah, it's stripy.
It's, rectangular terry toweling, different stripes. What is this, Natalie?
It's some sort of absorbent cloth for.
That's what I think it is.
A dishcloth or something?
No, Sean.
Yeah, it's an absorbent cloth you use if you've had some special time by yourself.
No,
That's what I figured you used it for.
Oh.
It's a sock. Any other guesses? What do you think? What else could it be?
For cleaning a window?
It was a tea towel, and you put it in the dryer too often.
Because it's small. It is small.
It looks like a towel.
Yeah, mini towel.
For a Barbie doll.
Sure.
Doesn't it? That's a towel for a Barbie doll.
Yeah. I can do
this is a 3-pack of handkerchiefs.
What? These are handkerchiefs.
These are handkerchiefs.
But you're not going to put that in your pocket.
You're not
I'm not a hanky fan at the best of times.
People
but
snot in towels.
That's
No, I have.
Is that something? I know a handkerchief inherently is gross.
Done worse.
Sean needs one triple the size of that, though.
But is this not made triple the level time gross?
What, so
because you blow your nose in this towel.
But then you put it in your
screw it up
pocket.
and
It's
you put
not
it up.
small enough. Gross.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
People
So
at the
why
shops,
did you buy it?
Because I wanted to point out the people at the shops. There would have been a factory out there that had that scraps and they're going, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Some idiot will buy them.
Yeah, and then the best idea was hankies.
Yeah.
And you've covered your ideas better. Your ideas better.
It's a
My
real good
Barbie
idea.
doll towels. We've got to make a fortune out of that. Isn't that insane?
Also, the tag on it is almost bigger than the actual thing.
Peppertree. They've gone, who are we going to sell this to? Find this big German
I
company.
know. No one's going to buy these. And then a guy with a radio show.
Here he is.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast. Last quarter.
Spend more time doing you things, like cheering on your home team from the Bankwest Best Seats.
This is what's on the table today. 2 premium Bankwest best seats to see the West Coast Eagles take on St Kilda this Sunday. And we're talking premium seating, food and drinks all included.
5 contestants, 4 questions, 4 quarters.
That's right. We're ready for the first quarter.
Yeah, we are.
That is starring Kristen from Lansdale. She's a
Hello,
top player
Kristen.
from Lansdale.
Hello.
Morning, Kristen.
Kristen.
Kristen, we have to ask you.
Yep. What's your favourite colour?
No. Kristen, how do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nicely
Good
done,
day.
Kristen.
Nice one. You're up against Lara from Karen. Hi, Lara.
Good morning.
Morning,
Have you
Lara.
seen my dad this morning?
Sorry?
Have you seen my dad this morning?
Not yet.
He's in the car park waiting for the shops to open.
He will be, he's waiting at 8 o'clock. He'll be walking into Karen up to see his friends.
Lara, how do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Yeah, you do.
Boom. All right.
It's day 2.
Here's what's going to happen. We're going to ask you the first quarter question. If you know the answer, buzz in with your name. If you get it right, you move through to the second quarter. You get it wrong, your opponent moves through. Let's test your buzzers. Kristen,
Kristen.
Lara,
Lara.
working well.
All right.
First quarter.
I love this. I know. Which fictional bear loves honey?
Lara.
Lara.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yes,
I love how it had fictional because a lot of bears do look like honey.
Lara, you're through the second quarter where you're taking on Glenn from Mandurah. Morning, Glenn.
Good morning.
Glenn, how do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter, Sean.
Yeah.
Who do you go for? Who do you go for, Glenn? Sorry.
I go for the West Coast.
And Lara, who do you go for, La?
Oh, Dockers.
All right, yeah, you sell those tickets.
Glenn, let's test your buzzer.
Get
Glenn.
about $2 for them.
Good. Glenn?
Yeah, okay, it's working. Here we go. Second quarter question.
There it is. Going back in time, actually. Which band released the album Rumours?
Lara.
Glenn.
Lara.
Fleetwood Mac.
Stevie.
Lara, you're through to the third
came
quarter.
recently, didn't
All right, we're taking on Chris from
They're good.
Oakford. Good morning, Chris.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Hey, Chris.
How are you?
Yeah, well,
Awesome.
great. How are you? You good?
Good, thanks.
Great.
How do you win the last quarter, Chris?
You win the last quarter.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And who's your footy team, Chris?
West Coast Eagles.
Righto.
We're a
What do you have?
resilient bunch, aren't we?
Oh, that's a good word for it.
Let's test your buzzer, Chris.
Chris?
It's working. All right. Third quarter question. How many minutes are there in a standard AFL quarter?
Lara.
Chris.
Lara?
20 minutes.
That is correct.
I wouldn't have got that.
Time on.
Plus time.
But yes, well
game
done.
goes-
Lara, you're through to the last
What is it
quarter.
now, but yeah.
Can Lara do the clean sweep? We're about to find out. You're taking on Denise from Dutch. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning.
Denise, how do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Now, Denise, I want to ask, we've established the rule that, if you don't know how to win the last quarter, you shouldn't play it. Do you think that's fair?
Yes.
Great.
I think
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
fair.
Great. We're just going to check with the people.
Who's your team, Denise?
Eagles.
Yeah, good girl. All right, Denise,
Lots of Eagles.
please test your buzzer, Denise.
Denise.
It's working. Here we go. It's the last quarter.
Which AFL club is known as the Power?
Lara.
Lara, to take it out.
Adelaide. Port Adelaide. Woo!
And wooed herself. Port Adelaide is the answer.
All right, you've done it.
You know what? When we are waiting for the judge's decision, if you go woo, like you've won, then that's going to go in your favour.
That was what we call a four-quarter effort, Lara. You are off to the Footy 2 Premium Bankwest Best Seats to see West Coast Eagles take on St Kilda on Sunday.
Everything.
Yep, everything. Premium seating, food and drinks are all included, Lara.
Because
Well
you
played.
smashed every quarter, you're up for our Brownlow.
You are. That was definitely your 3 votes there.
Awesome. Thank you so
Great
much.
job. The last quarter is back again tomorrow.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Yesterday I was at the gym and I was watching my friend Tom, who's the PT there,
Yes.
just working over a client, like absolutely
right.
working
So it's
over.
a PT Cruiser?
Yeah, and I was one of those people like saying out to the guy, "You've got him on toast, you've got him on the ropes," because this guy was gone, right? And then they stopped and they had a chat to me. What was the training all about? I was asking. Geez,
Okay.
you're going hard. What's your
Because it was
training
so
all about?
intense,
Yeah,
yeah.
so intense.
So was it like sparring or something?
No, they were just all kinds of exercises that
Okay.
didn't give you an opportunity to have a break and or a breath.
Oh, that
It was
sounds
just
like you're
one
trying
into the
to
other, and
Jenny
you're getting
Green.
yelled out and you're getting motivated to
Yeah.
just continually going. And this guy was absolutely cooked.
Wow.
The reason why I was in such intense training is because he's going on a holiday to Bhutan. This is a holiday
yes.
where he's going on a fitness retreat where all they do is they do kickboxing and they train PT all day, and that's the holiday.
What do you mean? So all day
And he
PT.
did it last year, but never completed it.
Oh,
So, Sean,
so he has to come back and train to go on his holiday.
Yes.
is it holistically gentle with dream catchers, gongs, and people wearing robes, or is it like boot camp screaming and like don't breathe ever?
It's boot camp
Screaming,
city. Yeah,
don't-
he said, yeah. And so
What,
he
that's-
reckons
what
they
is it?
he was doing about 4 to 5 hours of training a day. I'm like, so this was on holiday? Yeah, this is a holiday.
But
I thought it'd be fun.
What knocks you around in Bhutan is the altitude.
Altitude.
Because I went there a few years ago, and even on the first day, the accommodation we were staying in, there were like little cottages scattered around the grounds,
Yep.
and then there was a main building. And walking from the cottage that my room was in back to I was like,
So
fully like cannot get a full lung's worth. So to go there and then exercise, that must be brutal.
Well, now, the reason why I didn't finish is because he was like 5 days in and one more day time to go, but he was having such a great accomplishment. He said, I started seeing abs all in this time.
On
I said,
himself or others?
Yeah, on himself. So he decided, like, they went out and had
Gonna go
dinner or
back and
whatever,
do it.
and before he decided to have an early night, I thought, he was just feeling good about life. So he started having a few drinks. Well, that kicked his ass because you're at altitude once again.
yeah.
And so when it was time to get it on the next morning, he couldn't go.
And then once that's done, you're out. Is that right?
He wasn't able to complete it.
So he's going to go to this trip and then come back and work, yeah? Come back to
Yeah,
the job.
so that's your
This is your
holiday.
That's not a holiday.
Yeah.
But do you come back feeling stronger or do you come back feeling like you've had your ass kicked and you need a holiday from your holiday? You know when you need a holiday from your holiday?
100%. Yeah, it's happened to me recently.
Yeah, it happens to you all the time. That's not a holiday.
I don't know. There's people who do that.
But
Okay,
even
what's
those
your
people
holiday gonna be?
even those people go over to those retreats
Yeah.
where it's all like, you know,
Kumbaya.
we're eating a
Yeah.
bowl of grains and thanking the rainbow.
Yeah, drinking a lot of celery juice.
That to me, like, you must be coming back starving.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, when I went to Bhutan, it was a cycling holiday, but also there was a bus if you couldn't be bothered. So I tended to catch the bus up the hill and then cycle down the hill.
Oh,
which
that's
is great
the go.
fun.
That's the go. Did you have a few drinks at the end of every night?
Not every night because Tuesday in Bhutan is an alcohol-free day.
So it should be.
Yeah, the whole country
Well,
just
cheap
doesn't drink
petrol.
for a day.
And half price
No
pasta.
drinking.
Half price pasta.
How's that? I love
all
that
three.
place.
But usually it's easy to eat the half price pasta because you're drunk.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We got a new federal Liberal leader yesterday when Susan Lee was voted into the position.
I love it.
I think it's
Ticking
good
all
news
my
for
boxes.
their team. I was wondering, though, now I did mention this to you yesterday. I was wondering if she's going to be the right person because her hair's thin.
Okay.
Sean.
Or just judge a woman because of her hair.
No, sorry. Peter Dutton, we called him a testicle, so it's good
But
for the
he
geese,
looked
good for
like
the
a
gandicle.
testicle.
Well, I'm just saying, these are the things you pick up on straight away.
I don't
you
think
didn't
that's
really-
going to impact her ability to lead the
And
Liberal
Sean,
Party.
No, nor look like a testicle.
Remember-
but
no, remember-
these are the things we say.
Those glasses should go down in history for untesticalizing. How would you say that word? It's not one. But if it was going to be one, how would that be? Untesticalizing
Yes.
his face.
No, that's true.
The interesting thing about Susan Lee, she's actually led a very interesting life, but she, her name Susan is spelled S-U-S-S-A-N, a bit like Suzanne, the
This goes
clothing
to that.
the clothing
Yeah, my
company.
nana worked there.
But
Shirley.
it hasn't always had an extra S in it. She put that in. That is a
Because?
new addition to her name.
It was a numerology. Apparently it's good.
So she added an extra S because it made her name numerology better.
Yeah. So basically it meant
Yes,
the
I
extra
know.
S in
Yeah.
numerology would mean that her life would never be boring. And look at her now, doing one of the most boring jobs on the planet. It's
I'm
littered
in
with
politics.
meetings.
Okay, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Can you manipulate numerology that way? Because if your
'Cause that
name,
wasn't your
if that was
name.
your name that you were, given at birth, and then you just added in later to make your numerology better, is that the way numerology
Well,
works?
maybe not, because remember Feng Shui? That is
Yes.
basically, it's like you can move things to create a better zone. So maybe that's the guide, and it's the floor plan of what you need to do to be better. It's like buying a house with a 7 or an 8 in it for the
Yeah,
Chinese.
people do that, so I guess they manipulate it in that way.
Yeah, because
So if I just lie about my birthday, I can be a different.
No, I think you need to
star
change your
sign?
birthday officially.
I'm not really into that because, as
No,
we know,
really?
Neil deGrasse High, he told us that
Neil
stuff.
deGrasse Tyson, yes.
deGrasse High, he told us that all of that stuff is fake.
What? A scientist told you that?
We've got a
What would he know?
numerology calculator online. It's
Yes.
it's a
Well,
free
give
version,
us
so it's
something,
probably
give us
the
something.
best. My name's Nathan Morris.
Yes.
I don't know what his number's been. I'm a 5. And that means,
Oh,
no. It's derived from all of the letters from your full name at birth. So Nathan Morris, blah, blah, blah.
Did you put Nathan Bryan Morris?
No, yep, Brian Morris, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so do I just read out the numbers separately, Amy?
Does that make them?
I'm a 5, 9, and 3. Oh, sorry, 5, 9, 5. So I'm a name number, which is smartness, curiosity, willingness to accept changes. I'm not that good with change. The desire for adventures, ideals, and doing useful things. I've been doing useful things.
You don't really
adventures.
desire adventure,
I'm
though.
not like going up Everest.
No.
A lot of hard work. And then personality number 5, constant movement, a lot of experience. In what?
Sean, can you stop eating your eggs, please? We're talking.
No, we're having a lovely conversation. I'm into it. I'm listening. You know, that's what happens.
John McManus.
Yep.
Right there, Mick. Does that know you have those 2
MCMANUS.
C's? Does that know you've got the 2 C's?
Sorry. Nat, I'm having a conversation with my friend.
All we can hear is the clinking of your fork in your egg bowl.
I'm comfortable.
Sean, you're a 5, 5, 9.
Okay. Oh, that goes down Canning Highway.
Yep. So smartness, curiosity, willingness to accept changes. Yep.
Well, nobody agrees with that.
The desire for freedom, travel, expanding horizons, and changes.
You do have a desire for freedom.
I know. Get this woman away from you. I'm saying. Oh, what woman? You go, Megan.
Woman, entire family.
You can't say this stuff after 7. I've told you.
To remind me. And then number 9 is ideals, desire for self-fulfillment through working for others. Mate, they said from borrowing from others, I believe. All right, Natalie, Monica, Locke. Sorry, I'm not like a girl in the typing pool, so it'll take me a second. Speak amongst yourselves. What are you getting from the shops today, Sean?
More eggs by the look of it.
More eggs, yeah.
You are slamming the pocket eggs at the moment. Remember, that's a danger,
careful,
Sean.
mate.
That's a danger there. Natalie is a lock with an E, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Follow my Nat.
And that was added. Like in the late 1800s to
for numerology purposes.
I don't know about numerology, but to make us sound fancier.
Back in the 1800s, Adriana Rosanders said, "Would you like to buy a vowel?" And the Locke family said, "Yes,
they
we'd
had
like
some
to buy
money.
an E." All right, you Nat are you're different numbers. You're a 173.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Don't
Number
fight
one.
me.
Number one.
It's like the Polar Bear Express.
Resourcefulness, nervous tension. That is Lewis.
That's right. Yeah, that's my dog. It's true.
All right, that's when we know she needs to go to the
Number
bathroom.
7, right? This is your heart's desire, this number. The desire for a rich inner life, even at the price of loneliness and isolation. No, she's got the isolation. You're not like
No.
She's isolated.
I'm having the best time ever.
Yeah, she's the most isolated city in the world. That's Perth. And you're isolated in the most isolated city in the Perth.
What's the
Me
next
too, don't
bit?
worry about it. Personality number, right? Number 3, success through cooperation with others.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Jeez, no.
No. Unless it's going her way. These are I just think it's all bullcrap, really.
Yeah. But people live by this. You just mentioned about buying a house. Oh, no, I can't buy that house unless it's got the right number for me.
Yeah. I'm also these things here, to wake up and live your day by it. Like the star sign people go, like for me, I know apparently I'm going to die because I have my Indian zodiac done by a bit of a building crumbling and hitting me on the head. I don't believe that.
Apparently Ronald Reagan used to make a lot of, when he was president of the States, used to make a lot of decisions according to what his astrologer told him.
God.
Which is horrifying to think that that's how, like, the free world is being run.
Well, we did see this in Game of Thrones, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's a documentary.
What do you think about all this woo-woo stuff? I mean, Katie and I years ago went to the Royal Show and went and got gonged in a teepee. And all these other people going, I can feel it. It's like, no, this is a weird woman wearing a muumuu, gonging us with feathers in her hair. And we paid $15.
You have it for your spiritual experience.
I didn't feel
at
gonged.
the Royal Show.
Natalie.
13, 24, 10.
Drive me the bumper car. Woo-woo.
Are you or someone you know into a bit of woo-woo
And look,
action?
we might be talking about right now, and you're being very disrespectful to the goddess.
Yes.
Of gone.
Athena.
We're very happy to hear from you.
Please school us in why numerology and gonging and yarnies.
Maybe seeing a psychic.
Yoni massages.
No, that's just mini stuff. Yeah. Anything of magic, make us believe. Give us your example on why it is true. Or give us your example of why it is utter crap.
Have you used it to guide any of your big decisions in life?
We had a girl from school who we didn't see for a while afterwards, and we knew there was an indicator of something going different with her because she didn't shave her legs for a while. And then I was like, whoa. So, and that was huge at the time, and people were talking about it.
Yeah.
And then she went off, and I haven't seen her again since, to be honest. I hope she's alive. But she went to a commune, and in which they would basically dwell in trees.
They would, okay.
They'd dwell in trees.
So
With
like
nature.
a tree house.
And then Natalie, as at that time of the month for the ladies would go to a grounds together to spend those days together doing that.
Or yelling
away
at each
from
other.
the men. It sort of sounds like such a very misogynistic setup.
Cherie's in Padbury. Hello.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Hi, Cherie. Okay, is there a bit of woo-woo in your life, Cherie?
Well, in my younger 20s, I was nuts about anything like, tarot cards, rooms.
Did you have one of those pewter? Did you have one of those necklaces that was a bit of pewter at the top and there was a raw crystal hanging down from the bottom of it?
Oh, I had crystals everywhere, and I wasted a lot of money over the years on different things.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I was in my early 20s, I fell pregnant, and I went to this spiritual festival, and I thought, one thing I'd never tried was get my palm read. So I went into this little cute tent and sat down and started reading my palm, this guy, and I said, do you see any children in my future? And he said, oh, no, I think they're way off.
And you were pregnant
Are you
at
currently
the time.
pregnant?
I was pregnant, but I wasn't showing. So and I said, well, you know, how many years do you think maybe? He said, maybe 3 years. And I said, okay. And I also knew I was having a boy. So I said, when I do have children, do you think I'm more likely to have boys or girls? And he said, you'll definitely have, your first child will be a girl.
Yeah.
And he said, if you have any other children after that, he said, I think you're just going to have girls. And
did you stand up at that moment with your sonogram, ram in his face and go, in your face?
Well, I was like, you should give me my frickin' money back.
Dude, honestly, though.
The poor guy, it's a 50-50 chance, isn't he?
Standing up and saying either the doctors have got it wrong because I know I'm having a boy.
Or this man in the tent is right.
Yeah. Yeah.
This man in the tent.
Then, you know, many years later, I didn't have any girls. I've got 3 sons. So
It couldn't have been wronger.
This man in the tent.
and that took me that time. I've never been to anything like that since.
You gave up. That was the moment.
What'd you do
You're
with all
like,
your
I'm over with this.
Yeah, I just thought, okay, you're full of it.
Yeah.
What a moment of awakening.
Do you have any
for
crystals to sell right now? Because you're getting rid of them or not? You all right?
No, I think over the years they've dwindled away.
Yeah, great. Right. Well, okay, well,
Thank
that
you,
man in
Sheree.
the tent was wrong.
Alicia's in Armidale. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Alicia.
Touch of the woo-woo about you, Alicia?
Well, I'm actually Indigenous, and we have lots of different stories and things that we believe in.
You know what? And straight away, isn't this ridiculous? Because it's Australian, I feel like it's real.
It's real. Yeah.
Because we don't bullshit.
So talk us through some of the stuff, Alicia.
Okay, so we have this super strong belief that if we're outside at night time, we do not whistle because it will call things to you that you don't really want to see.
So bad spirits.
Night whistling.
Yes. We have one about a certain animal. For my family, the woolly wagtail is actually really unlucky. And if we were to see it suddenly just popping up or following us, when it usually wouldn't, something bad is going to happen.
Oh, my God. Remember the one that got into Bradley, from Bobby from the West Coast Eagles? Not West Coast Eagles, Wildcats. Brad Robbins got into his house and he screamed.
Yeah,
that's why. That's why. Yeah,
I see them all the time.
Yeah,
Anyway,
imagine that.
yeah. Keep going.
And one more is that if a family, like a significant family member, passed away and someone was pregnant that same year, we're likely that they'll be the same sex as them. So my nana passed away and my daughter was born that same year and she looked just like my nana.
No way. So the last person dead is the new baby that's going to become, basically. So the last person dead.
Yeah, like a way of bringing them back.
Yes, so a part of them goes into the new baby.
Yeah.
And Alicia, just saying that's in your experience. Has that worked in other family members as well?
Well, my dad has had experience where it's like the willy wagtail and then unfortunately a family member passed away not long after.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So,
I thought we had to look out for the vultures of death, not Willy Wagtail.
Yeah, I know.
Now we're in trouble.
We should name them
So
a little bit more appropriately.
Is the woolly wagtail, is that like the animal, is it specific to your family? Or like, so it's not woolly wagtails across the board for everybody?
Oh, right.
no, I met another Aboriginal man. He's from a different area and the willy wagtail is actually good luck for him.
Wow.
Yeah,
He
right.
always saw them.
What if there's a family that, like, racehorses are bad? Like with Melbourne Cup, they'd have to, like, go and hide and shit.
They would.
Sean?
Seems bad luck.
There'd be people
Good luck for my mum.
You'd be able to put a quartet or a trifecta on it. Who's going to die in your family?
Thanks so much, Alicia.
That's really
That's so
interesting.
interesting.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Coming up soon, our docker Jordan Clark is going to burst through the door and clean Nathan up.
I know. I've been cleaned up by so many people.
Yeah.
I got hit in the head by Danny Green that
Yeah,
time.
and you know what?
It just like clipped me and I was like...
You're unconscious for weeks.
You have deserved it.
Well, I mean, I do say some outlandish things about sport, like cricket isn't one. Hey, we were speaking to Alicia earlier on. We were talking about a whole world of woo-woo things, you know, numerology, all that sort of stuff. And then she said her Aboriginal heritage has some really great things in there.
Yep.
One was which was a willy wagtail for her family. family,
yeah.
it's bad luck. For another family, it could be good luck. It was bad luck for Brad Robbins from the. He used to be the vice captain of the Wildcats.
Yes.
And he just does amazing stuff in the mental health
he does.
area now. But this is Brad. His wife Becky sent this through to us. This is a Willy Wagtail got into their house.
Oh! Where is that? Oh my God! I've never been this scared in my life.
Morning,
He was
Robbo.
losing it. Bravo.
Quote, I've never been this scared in my life.
I've never been this scared in my life.
We've kept that for 15 years.
Yeah,
now.
we
We
have.
will never get rid of it.
No. Why would we?
And on his tombstone, there'll be a button that says press play.
Yeah, exactly.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Gruen is back for its 17th season. Tonight at the new time, they've brought it forward to 8 o'clock on ABC. And the host with the most, of course, joins us once again, Wil Anderson. Hello.
Yeah, hello. They have brought us forward to 8 o'clock because our ageing ABC audience needs to get to bed.
100%, Will. 17 years. You ever look back at what you look like when you were first hosting the show?
Fresh.
Because there's some photos in our hallway here, and you walk past them every now and then you go, oh, my God.
Well, my advice is to any kid listening right now is there's going to be a lot of fashion that comes your way. The coolest thing, don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Wear basics for your entire life.
I must admit that, so basically when I was doing the Glass House on the ABC, within 5 years, I reckon I had, I'm going to say 30 different haircuts. And I had an ex who used to like to get out the DVD and just flip between my bad eras of haircuts, where I was good. Oh, Blink 182, that was a great look. But in Gruen, I have literally been wearing the same suit for the last 17 seasons, 17 years of wearing the exact same suit, because we only wear it 10 times a year, every year. So, you don't need a new suit. And so, literally, you can do a flip book of me aging, basically.
In the same clothes.
It's only your face that changes.
So it's the black suit.
Older and older and older.
Have you only got one black suit?
It's the ABC, of course, there's only one.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And everyone shares it.
I was going to say it's one black suit and it fits Adam Hills and me, but
it's like sort of the travelling pants. For some reason, it just moulds to people's bodies.
If I ever put my arms up on the desk, this is how you know how old the suit is, they get shine in the cameras off the elbows.
That's so good. I mean, the thing about a Gruen that does change every week is, of course, Todd Sampson's T-shirts. Has he got another batch fresh, ready to go?
Yes, he has a great T-shirt on tonight's show. It is funny because Todd, because of the T-shirt, he's the one you actually see age the most. Now, when he first came onto the scene, he was this hot young avatar. That everybody wanted him to burst out of the T-shirt, and he was on the front cover of Men's Health magazine and climbing up mountains. And now he's just like a daggy dad in a T-shirt, and you're like, come on.
Now he's part of a recipe in a That's Life magazine.
Whereas Russell looks like a 60-year-old Harry Potter who's grown into his look. Russell looks better today than he did when we first started doing the show. I think there's a Dorian Gray style advertising portrait in Russell's attic because he looks amazing.
Okay, here's a question. Would you rather, I mean, some people don't have a hot period, right? But would you rather have looks at the start and then grow out of them to the people go, oh, he's not any good anymore. That means when you're younger and you're fresh, that's when all the action's happening. Or would you rather be sort of normal on average and then grow into your looks and then be like, oh, wow, there's something about him later in life? Will?
Oh, man, this is the really, would you love to, rent an expensive place in the city when you're young or save your money for retirement when you're old?
Yes.
And you don't go there anymore. That is a good question. I'm going to do my looks. I feel like my 70s is going to be a sweet spot.
I think me too. I think losing your looks would be devastating, but never having them and getting them, that's a bonus.
Well, I went to a high school reunion and the first person I saw was the hot guy from high school.
Was it horrendous?
And he peaked in high school.
Oh, that's so exciting to see.
Yeah, and I go, that's disappointing for him because... the glory days are when you're 17 and then you've got to go through the rest of your life not being that person anymore.
Well, there's actually someone we're talking about on the show tonight, I don't care about us talking about the show, but this is actually relevant. That is about Bob Irwin on the show tonight. And Baby Bob, like, I literally own shoes that are older than Bob Irwin. And Baby Bob, we remember him being dangled in front of a crocodile by his beloved dad, and that's how we first were introduced to him. And now he's a fully grown adult with his, clothes off in his undies doing an
and a python around his neck. Yeah,
no, I don't know about
it. Doesn't sit well.
One down his pants, and I think one on his palm. Like, it is.
Yeah,
it made me some real weird feelings seeing Bob. Like, and we'll get to see, like, you know, the whole lifespan of Bob, like from Baby Bob through this era of Bob, and then, you know, maybe if he does let it go at some stage, we get to see Slob Bob as well. Like, we get the whole experience.
But don't you think, though, so you had that photo shoot, that photo shoot was in his underwear, snakes all around and all that sort of stuff. The weirdest part is that Terry was just to the left.
I know.
You just know that she was. Yeah. On that, did Terry come to Gruen?
Terry didn't come to... Like, Terry
they're just talking about the ads. He's
right. I thought he was on it.
No.
Even they're talking about the ad, I can't believe Terry didn't go.
Well, a lot of people can't. A lot of the women who look at Bob,
I find it very uncomfortable.
I can't look
because he was a child.
I mean, and then they look. Then you look, and you know.
It's like when Harry Potter got pubes and he was in that play.
I put my hand over his face and then looked at him, and it wasn't so bad.
Is that better? I don't know if that is better. You put Steve's face on Bob's body.
No, that's not right either.
Okay, crikey. Can I tell you this? This is a true story. I was lucky enough to meet Steve a couple of times, you know, and once I met him with Terry, and I was catching an elevator with them up to the 6th floor to do a radio interview together. And while they were in the lift, it was just me and them in the lift, and they started making out with each other.
Oh,
did they really?
Oh my God! So you're third wheeling the Irwins.
Yeah, I was just like, I was standing as far away as you can in a lift. You know, they were in one corner, I was in the other corner. But it was like real affectionate.
Isn't that crazy? I'm not going to say who it is, but there was a certain TV host that had a certain relationship with a certain contestant on that TV show. Are you certain? I'm certain, because I was there. And then I was in the green room, and then she sat on his lap and then started getting with each other. And it was just me and them two. And I was like, what are you... and it's like, why do people do that? And I'm sitting there, and they're not even looking at me. And I'm just like, they know I'm there. Do they want to be watched? Will, is that like you? You want to be watched? Is that what your thing is?
I mean, I don't think I instigated this. Imagine if that was my thing. Only with famous couples. So I'm just luring famous couples into a lift with me and going, go on, do it. Come on, Rose, give Tasma a pass. Come on, give her a pass.
Well, that's lovely that they love each other.
Give Tasma a pass.
Susan Leigh, we've been talking about the
Susan Leigh, yeah.
Sorry, Lee, we've been talking about the fact that she put an extra S in her name because she's all about astrology, right?
Well, like, Will took an L out of his. Is that the reason why?
Yeah, that is actually the reason why, you're right. But now, under the Susan, obviously because I'm an ABC employee and we have to be balanced, I will be adding back that L, and I'll be putting an extra L in. It's now Will with 3 L's. I've gone the other direction.
So it's going to be LWILL? Because that'll be like a little bit... that feels ABC.
Yeah, silent L at the... Yeah, so there's a... Then the I, then the double L. That's how I spell my name now, numerology.
Yeah, so you chucked your numerology into an online character, your full name, which is William James Anderson. And your number one, your destiny number. So your number's 119. Your destiny number is, means that your resourcefulness and you've got nervous tension.
That sounds right, Will.
Actually, that actually is pretty accurate. That does sum me up pretty well.
Yeah, so the next one is your...
wearing the same suit for 17 years.
You're nervous.
Accurate.
The next one is your heart's desire, and that's number one. And that means number one is the desire to succeed, be above average, and for controlling your own destiny. And
you've nailed that.
Which he does.
That's you to a T.
That is you. Number 9 is your personality number.
Does it say anything about his hips?
What's that?
I mean, can you imagine is actually a real thing, and Australia becomes the numerology country. That's what the Liberals get in on. It's all numerology. Look, we don't know. We haven't got the budget to add up, but we've got some great numbers, and they're going to fix everything.
We've got all numerology, no vapes. Okay, so number 9 is your personality number, and that is ideals, desire for self-fulfillment through working for others. No, for working for others.
Well, he's working for us because he works at the ABC. That's
right.
Australian.
I don't know. I think Will works for himself.
Yeah. He's got this body.
Well, hang on, don't be like that. I work for others. The whole point of my job is I travel from town to town trying to bring joy to people.
That's right.
Nathan. What are you talking about?
Okay, Santa.
And he does.
He does. For how much for a ticket?
Well, you can watch him on the ABC for free.
But Nathan's ruined. 8 o'clock tonight.
Well, it's always a pleasure. We'll catch up again soon, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye, Willie.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast. Easy, easy, easy. Easel does it.
Nathan, Nat and Sean are feeling the vibe. WA's best young artists on show at the West Australian Pulse. Now at the Art Gallery of WA.
Sean's staring me down. Up for grabs is $1,000 cash to celebrate the West Australian Pulse. It's on now at the Art Gallery of WA.
Yeah, it's $1,000, as we know, on the line, as Nat just said. Shirley and Amanda are going to go head to head. Well, they get to choose their team.
What they are, Sean, is they're coming into our gallery and they're what we call patrons. They're patrons of the gallery. Hello, Shirley.
Hello, how are you?
Now, Shirley, you get the first choice between the artist and the critique.
So here's the deal. There are two teams. So there is Sean drawing and Ross guessing.
Morning.
Or there is Nat drawing and Nathan guessing.
Yeah, this is good
Whose
and
team
evil,
do you
isn't
want to
it?
hitch your wagon to, Shirley?
Let's go with the original Nathan Nat Sean. Sorry,
Just
Nathan
Nat, Sean, yeah, Sean wasn't.
No, that's not a bad
and
decision.
also,
It's not a bad decision.
you're the patron of our art, which is
Yes.
great. You're a sponsor of us. That means Amanda, well done. Look,
Yeah.
you're in the gallery. You're in the wing of the gallery, which has Sean and Ross's
Morning, Amanda.
pieces of crap.
Good morning.
$1,000 on the line. Hopefully we can get it for you, Amanda. Ross, how are you feeling about representing Amanda?
We've had a pre-game meeting, Sean and I, just to kind of
Did you?
Yeah.
So
we
what,
did.
cheat? What are you going to do?
No cheating.
Okay.
Cheaters have for prosper,
What have you
Nat.
said?
We just discussed. We're not going to tell
They
you.
always win, though.
Our
Oh,
competition.
we didn't have any
Meeting.
free,
We didn't need
free
to
race
cheat, that's
tactics. Okay, all right. Here's what's going to happen. It's the first to score 3, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Or best of 3. What is it? First of 3. Okay. That means you have to take your headphones off, Nathan. and
I've got
block
a Blair
your
Witch
ears
it in the corner.
because you are not going to be guessing.
Make sure I can see past your big lats, Sean.
Oh,
Righto,
sorry.
let's hear that.
Table for 4, anybody?
Block your ears, you two.
Okay, first one. The masterpiece is the Easter Bunny on a jet ski.
Right, we're on. Okay.
Bunny, Easter Bunny.
Bunny doing something.
Bunny.
Yeah, but Sean's just pointing at me consistently. Draw. Bunny on a surfboard. Bunny on in a plane. Bunny on a plane. Snakes on a plane. Bunny. What is that?
That's water.
Bunny on a hovercraft.
That is a
Bunny on a boat.
Bunny on a jet ski.
Bunny on
Bunny on a jet ski. Bunny on a jet ski. Easter Bunny. Easter Bunny on a jet ski.
Yeah.
Easter Bunny on a jet ski.
jet ski. Yeah, I can see it now.
Jet ski was there?
Okay.
Okay.
Well done, other team.
This artwork is Caveman taking a selfie.
What are you doing, mate?
Sorry, Shawnee. Cans on.
Sean, for
Everyone
God's
at
sake.
home knows it.
Are you serious?
I don't think Ross is blocking his ears properly.
Here it is again
Oh,
for you.
and he didn't get it right still.
Listening, Sean?
Yes, I'm listening.
This artwork is Caveman taking a selfie.
Okay.
That is a globe. That is a cup. That is a stage. That is a
no, it's
peacock.
not a
That is a
stage.
sunset.
Baseballer.
That is
Tennis racket.
cookie. No,
Mountain.
that is a tunnel.
Mountain.
No, it's okay. You can keep going.
Baseball in a tunnel.
A lock. A key lock.
Sean just
Okay.
keeps being
Okay. So
disappointed. He's
that's
gotta
coloured
be
in. That's coloured in dark.
Man.
Yes.
Man,
That is a
caveman.
Caveman. Caveman.
Oh, that was my one.
Oh well, shut up then.
Sean doesn't remember the rest of it.
Caveman.
Caveman
That is
doing TNT. Caveman. listening-
caveman door. Cave door. Caveman door.
Listening to radio.
That's
Caveman
right.
on the radio.
It's a cave. No, it's okay.
Caveman.
It's okay. It's okay.
Blowing something up.
Yeah, calm down. Caveman. Yeah.
Why are you drawing a...
This thing's important.
Okay. It's a walkie-talkie. It's a radio.
Caveman hunting. Caveman gathering. Caveman drinking. Caveman beer.
So
Don't go back to the caveman.
Caveman
I'll go back to him.
Caveman smoothie.
Oh, my.
Caveman
Caveman
chocolate.
beating
Is it a food?
rock. Caveman breaking something.
Caveman reading the TRB form, guys.
Happy caveman.
Caveman reading a fanzine.
this thing's important.
You keep saying that. I don't understand it.
Okay, caveman holding. Holding.
I'm very impressed with the caveman part so far. You got that very quickly.
A newspaper. Caveman reading a newspaper.
Caveman learning.
Clue for
Caveman
you.
voting. Voting.
He's doing something that wouldn't have been around in caveman times. That's for
everything.
sure.
Caveman listening to the
Caveman
radio.
looking at an iPad. Caveman watching his iPhone. Caveman on his iPhone.
Caveman on the phone.
Caveman on his phone. Caveman FaceTiming.
Caveman.
Caveman.
Caveman selfie.
Yes.
That's
Did
so
that look like a
hard.
camera? Did that
So
look like a
hard.
camera?
Yeah, it does. Now that I know it, I can tell it's a
Very impressed how quickly you guys got caveman.
Camera was Caveman reading a fanzine.
You said caveman doing the TAB.
Caveman ring.
fanzine.
1-1.
Score check
that
1
was
all.
That was
That was
tough.
That was tough.
That was
Okay.
hard.
Lucky
That was too
ears.
Ross, go away from there.
Okay.
Here we go. You ready?
The masterpiece is barbecue in a cyclone.
Oh, no. Okay, all right. Remember, your big laps are in the
Willy
way.
Willy Tornado. Tornado,
yeah,
Willy Willy,
Hurricane.
Dust
Tornado.
Dust
Tornado
Devil. Tornado, Willy Willy, what's the other word?
How else you would draw it?
Tornado, smelling.
Funnel.
A tornado. Tornado something.
Wind, tunnel.
Tornado.
Wind,
Wind. Is it wind? Something?
Willy Willy, tornado.
Someone's doing something in the wind or tornado? Nat, stop.
It's not a tornado.
It's not a tornado.
Spinning.
Synonym.
Spinning.
Wind,
Whirling.
weather.
Whirling. Tasmanian tiger, is that what he does? The whole whirling thing? Smoke. Is it smoke?
Sean
That is
just asked what it
trees?
was
That is
again.
forest? No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's...
Okay,
That is
whirling,
a cloud?
wind,
That is...
blowing.
Okay. Okay, all right.
hurricane.
Spinning. Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane. Hurricane.
A
It's not a
person
hurricane.
stuck in a hurricane. That looks like a willy.
I'll do this again.
Okay, starting from the scratch.
Yeah,
Hurricane.
Let me see.
Okay.
Can I see Nats?
Hurricane. Turbine.
Here we go.
Hurricane machine. Hurricane
Nat.
power.
I'm sorry, Nat. I can't. I don't know.
Wind
what's
power.
happening. That looks like a jellyfish.
All right.
Can we have a clue?
Yeah, or a pass. Do you want a pass? No.
Oh, shut up.
An activity that they're doing. Yeah, not tornado.
There's a fireplace in a
Something
mountain.
close to a tornado.
Hurricane.
And what are they doing in it?
So,
Not quite. We're in the southern hemisphere here, people.
Okay, it's cyclone. Cyclone.
A cyclone.
Cyclone Tracy.
Thank you, Ross.
Cyclone alligator. Why is there an alligator now?
What are they doing in the cyclone?
Barbecuing in a cyclone.
Cyclone.
Oh, Ross.
Oh, Ross, that was amazing.
How did I get that?
I don't know because that was terrible.
Is that
I would have drawn a cyclops and then the clone of sheep.
Oh, mate.
I was trying to draw a sausage. It wasn't easy.
Sean and Ross can win this one here.
Yours is cheating, by the way. I don't believe you.
Oh, winners, mate. You're always looking for an excuse.
Here we go.
The artwork is fish with a snorkel.
Okay.
Oh, no, quick.
I'm turning around still.
No.
Shark, fish.
Fish. Infinity. Fish something.
Yes.
Fishing.
Fish hook. Fish fishing. Fish line.
Fish smelling.
Reel,
Fish
fishing
bait.
reel.
Fishing. Shawnee has drawn what looks like
A hooking in the mouth.
tadpole. Tadpole. Oh, snorkeling with
Sorry,
fish.
mate.
Snorkeling with fish.
Snorkeling with fish.
Fish snorkeling.
A fish snorkeling.
We're going to give that one, yeah. Winner! The fish with a snorkel. Well done, Ross and Shorty Mac.
Oh.
Hey? And
Amanda.
that's what happens when you go with the good
no,
guys.
I don't want to blame you.
You go for
I don't need
evil
to
then.
blame me. I know, but that's a fish with a
Yeah.
and that's a candy cane.
Congratulations, Amanda.
And this one here is so... I didn't know that we only have cyclones here.
I'm surprised they stuck
A
around.
cyclone and a hurricane are the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's just that
we call it a different thing. It's like
Yeah.
a crow and a raven.
But you just said hurricane over and over again.
Well, I know, because I thought it was hurricane something.
Yeah, it was...
So Amanda scored $1,000 cash
Tomorrow.
from the Art Gallery of WA.
Have we got a special guest tomorrow?
I'm so happy.
Well done, Amanda.
Liam Bartlett is going to be our special
yes.
guest tomorrow.
Ross, you're up from here.
Yes, I am. Actually, I got to duck
the
down.
giddy heights of success. Away you go.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.